The average buyer looks for price per square foot. The wealthy think differently. Why? Because they know something most people don't. Wealth in Dubai isn't built by chasing the cheapest deal. It's built by playing a totally different game. And let me tell you, once you understand how Dubai's 1% think, you'll realize the conversations most people have about real estate aren't even the real game. They're playing checkers, while the wealthy are playing chess. Think about it. Most people spend weeks, even months, comparing layouts, calculating ROI percentages, negotiating a 2% discount. Meanwhile, billionaires are locking in beachfront plots quietly with zero negotiation because they know they are buying something that can never be recreated. And if you've ever wondered how billionaires, royals and global CEOs use Dubai real estate to build wealth that outlives them, while the rest of the market just chases short-term ROI, you're about to see the difference. Because today, I'm going to break down the exact wealth formula the 1% are using in Dubai right now and why Palm Jebel Ali is their end game. Hi, I'm Adnan Contractor. For over 15 years, I've been in the Dubai real estate market. I've closed more than 400 million dirhams in transactions and I've worked with every kind of buyer you can imagine. First-time buyers looking for a holiday home, families wanting to upgrade their lifestyle, and serious high net worth investors building portfolios worth hundreds of millions. And through that, I've noticed something fascinating. Average buyers and wealthy buyers don't just buy differently, they think differently. The average buyer asks, what's the price per square foot? The wealthy ask, where's the asset that nobody will be able to duplicate in 20 years? The average buyer gets stuck chasing deals and discounts. The wealthy focus on scarcity, legacy, and timing. That's why the same city produces two kinds of outcomes. One group is still debating whether prices are too high, while another group quietly turned 85 million into 80 million on Palm Jumeirah. Palm Jebel Ali is the clearest example of that formula playing out again today. So if you're watching this video, you're about to learn exactly how the 1% think, what they buy, and how you can stop thinking like an average investor and start positioning like the wealthy. Let me take you back to Palm Jumeirah year 2001. A signature villa was around 85 million. Do you know what people said? That's insane. Who's gonna pay that much to live on a man-made island? Even experts said it wouldn't work. Some people mocked it. The media said it was a publicity stunt. But the wealthy didn't care. They looked past the noise and saw what others couldn't. Scarcity, limited beachfront, a global brand, a once-in-history development. Fast forward 20 years, those villas now trade for 80 to 100 million dirhams. Think about that. From 5 million to 100 million. That's not ROI, that's generational wealth. Now here's the kicker. The people who debated endlessly about price per square foot, they never bought. They were so focused on finding the perfect deal that they completely missed the real opportunity. Meanwhile, the wealthy weren't thinking in ROI spreadsheets. They were thinking, where will the world's elite want to live in 20 years when no one else can recreate this land? That's how the wealthy play the game. They don't buy what's cheapest. They buy what's impossible to replicate. Now let's bring this to Palm Jebel Ali. Phase 1 launched. Beach villas and coral villas. Prices starting 18 to 22 million and the coral villas 35 million plus. Guess what happened? Within months, resale offers were hitting 25 to 27 million. One of my clients, a seasoned investor, bought a 6-bedroom beach villa for 22 million. 6 months later, people were offering him 26 million. That's 4 million gained without construction even starting. Now pause and think. 84 million in 6 months. No tenants, no handover, no waiting years, just early positioning. And let me tell you something, most people don't know. The wealthy weren't chasing those 20 to 30% premiums. That's small money for them. They are thinking about what these villas will be worth in 10 to 20 years when Palm Jebel Ali is a global icon, just like Palm Jumeirah. Because here's the truth, short-term ROI attracts the average investor. Legacy attracts the wealthy. So let's break down this formula. Step 1. Buy scarcity, not abundance. Anyone can build another tower in downtown. Nobody can build another Palm Jebel Ali. Once those beachfront villas and plots are sold, they are gone forever. That's why scarcity creates unstoppable value. Step 2. Think in decades, not months. The average buyer panics about what next year's market. The wealthy are asking, what's this worth when my kids inherit it? They've seen it already with Palm Jumeirah, Emirates Hills and Dubai Hills. Step 3. Play private, not public. The billionaires buying Palm Jebel Ali, you won't see them post it on Instagram. They don't announce, they don't hype. They buy quietly because wealth grows best in silence. Step 4. Focus on legacy, not just ROI. ROI is important, but it's a byproduct. What's they're really buying is permanence, a stake in history, status, an asset that their family will pass down for generations. And that's the mind shift most investors miss. It's not about asking, what's the cheapest deal I can find today? It's asking, what will the world fight to own tomorrow? So what does this mean for you? It means if you're still obsessing over price per square foot and waiting for a dip, you're thinking like the average investor. And the average investor doesn't build generational wealth. The wealthy understand that Dubai is one of the safest, fastest growing, tax-free markets in the world. Global demand is rising, supply is finite, and beachfront land is the rarest currency in this city. Palm Jebel Ali is not just another launch, it's the final palm. There will never be another, and once it's gone, it's gone. That's why billionaires are moving now. That's why CEOs and global families are locking in plots and villas quietly. They're not thinking about the next year, they're thinking about 2040, 2050, 2060 and beyond. And that's the difference between those who create legacies and those who miss out. Phase 1 was just the opening act. It sold out fast. Prices jumped. Billionaires secured their plots and villas. What comes next? Bigger plots, newer designs, higher demand. And here's a lesson from history. When Arabian ranches launched, early buyers made massive gains. Phase 2, more expensive. Jumeirah Golf Estate, same story. Emaar Beachfront, same pattern. Dubai always rewards the early movers. Palm Jebel Ali is simply the biggest stage this lesson has ever played out on. So ask yourself, do you want to watch it happen again, or do you want to be part of it? Because every launch creates two kinds of people, those who act early and those who regret it later. Palm Jebel Ali will do the same. I'm Adnan Contractor. I've spent 15 years plus helping people not just buy homes in Dubai, but buy assets that create wealth, security, and legacy. And here's my message. The wealthy aren't richer because they started with more money. They're richer because they played a different game. They stopped asking small questions. They started asking legacy questions. And they moved before everyone else. If you want to understand how to position yourself in Palm Jebel Ali and how to think like the 1% instead of the average investor, let's talk. Book a call. Get clarity. Let me show you the strategy, because in Dubai real estate, timing is everything, and right now the clock is ticking.